Hello. Happy Thursday. I don't do Thursday lives normally, but we were at Muji today because I got an ad last night about a back to school product, which are these little flashcards that Muji sells. But when I looked at them, I didn't see flashcards. To me, they look very similar to my Col-O-Ring Dippers. And so I want to test out and see how well these hold up to ink as like being dipped in ink bottles. Because Col-O-Ring Dippers right now are really hard to find in Canada and are significantly more expensive than in the US. I think about double what people in the US pay. I think if you buy them directly from Anna's site, they're $5. I think Atlas has them for $6. So even with the exchange rate, we're paying significantly more for them. So I want to see if these work at all. So I've pulled 5 different types of ink. I've pulled a shimmer that has sheen to it. I've pulled a shimmer that's just a shimmer. I have pulled a matte that has sheen to it. I've got a matte that has a huge amount of shading to it, and then I've pulled sort of just my basic everyday blue. And we're going to pull some cards out of this. We're going to dip them all. And then we're going to compare to these swatches. And then we're also going to compare to my Rolodex swatches and see how accurate they are on this paper. It is a slightly more, right off the bat, it's a slightly more gray paper, which I don't love. It's not actually white. I would describe it as like an off-white sort of gray paper. So we'll see if this works. It might not, but this entire pack costs less than a single Col-O-Ring dipper in Canada. So I have to try. So let's look at the colors I've pulled, because I only pulled 5 colors. Got many more than 5 colors, but I felt like 5 was a good place to start. So as our shimmering and sheening ink, we have Ferris Wheel Press Poison Envy. I think this might be the only metallic ink I have that also sheens. It's got a really cool green sheen to it. It's really pretty. It is very similar to Dark Lilac, or the new Dark Lilac, if it had shimmer in it. It's very similar to this ink. For our normal shimmer ink, we have Private Reserve Pearlescent Orange. This was a sample from Kari. I don't know that I've posted the reel on it yet. We're using it because I'm not a huge orange person, and while I think I'll use the turquoise, I don't know that I'll actually put the orange in a pen. For our normal sheening ink, we have Octopus Fluids Phoenix. I do really like this ink. I'm waiting to find somewhere that has the unicorn one. I really want to try that one. But so far, I've only managed to track down Phoenix and Sea Monster, and Sea Monster just isn't my vibe. For our shading ink, I have Sailor Mano Sakura. I absolutely love this ink. I think it's got a really cool orange sheen to it. I might also pull one of my like purple blue sheening inks, or shading inks, but we'll have to see. We're going to start with this one, and then as just like the everyday ink, we have Ferris Wheel Press Dusk and Bloom, purely because I know what this ink looks like. I use it every day to write with and have since October, so I know what this ink looks like, and I'm pretty confident that if it looks weird on this paper, I'll know. So we are going to start with shimmers, actually, and me figuring out how to take this card apart. Oh, that was easy. Okay. I do like these plastic cards. So either way, I'm stealing these plastic cards. And how many is that? Is that 5? That's 4. There's 5. Size-wise, what's the size comparison? They are bigger. The hole is bigger, and they're probably like 3mm, 2.5 on the bottom and 2 on the side. But the hole on the Muji ones is like a full hole punch, and on the Col-O-Ring Dippers, it's a mini hole punch. So there's definitely a size difference in the 2 products. So let's grab this ink. I'm literally, this is going to be like any other swatch video I do where sorry, you have to shake up this ink for forever. Dip, let them dry, label, and then we'll compare. And I'll dip and label them all, and then we'll compare. I've actually grabbed the lid of a palette, and I've got a plastic card down so that they can sit and dry and just have a great time. So let's get into this thing, because this has been all shook up. Nothing sitting at the bottom. I think I have to fold this over many, many times, and then I'm going to have to shake this up again because I've set it down. It's going to be all angry about that. I'm going to say that that's good. I will say that that's like the Col-O-Ring Dippers already don't really fit in sample vials or any non like standard size vial. So this will definitely be interesting. Let's, I have made it small enough. How empty is this bottle? The answer is probably very empty. Oh no, I just didn't get it down far enough the first time. Oh, ha! So it's dissolving the paper, which is always a great sign. Always a great sign when the paper just starts to like melt when you dip it in ink, which means maybe I'll use these for writing samples. Yes, we'll try it with some other inks. I've already pulled them. Let's fold these ones in half for the bigger bottles. So I know that's what I'm going to need for those 3. Let's do this one into like thirds. Yeah, that'll fit. Okay. Well, yeah, it's still like melting the edge of the paper. That's not particularly comforting. So I wonder, to me it felt like a very similar weight paper, but clearly it's not, which is interesting. I don't have an easy way to check the GSM on this paper, but my guess is it's very low. You can see just how like quickly the pearl color seeps in. I have to say, Private Reserve does make really fun metallics. I just would never use them. The feathering, even on this. Wow. Impressive. Pull this in so you can watch things dry, because honestly, that's part of the fun. Should we try Noodler's ink on it? I have a vial of Noodler's ink from a friend. So if you want to see how this paper would react to Noodler's ink, let me know in the chat, and I will pull my one color of Noodler's ink. I know where it is. Because this is definitely very, very interesting. And not really what I expected, honestly. It's not what I expected. The Sailor Manu ink. I have a lot of these cards because I think each one's a pack of 100. So I have 5 packs of 100 minus the 5 that I've used in this. Oh, that's crazy. So anyone that's used this ink knows that it does shade. But it is shaded in like pockets of pink. Does that one go there? And I balance. There, it balances like that. I almost think I like this ink more on this paper. I haven't put Sakura in a pen because as much as I really like it, I don't find that on the MD Midori paper it does the crazy shading that I've seen on other paper. But if that's how it's going to look on Muji paper, I'm really glad I bought that notebook that was $1 because it had coffee stains on the cover. I just wanted to test their paper, honestly. And finally, we have Dusk in Bloom from Veritable Press, which is my favorite blue. I think I am going to grab the bottle of Noodlers. No one's asked for it, but honestly, I think I have to see how it acts on this paper. It's such a weird paper, just from the way it feels. I've used up so much of this bottle. All right. Somewhere I have a bottle of Noodlers ink, or I have a sample vial of Noodlers ink. So, is that sample vial there? No. All right. Let's go grab it once I put this bottle away. Okay. That sailor ink is stupidly fun on this paper. I sort of can't get over how much fun the sailor ink is on this paper compared to how little it shades on the paper I normally use. It's diamine, that's platinum, which means this is Noodlers. So it's Noodlers Black Swan. I believe it's the Australian Rose version. They have two. I got it from a friend's ink collection, so I don't actually know which version it is. I believe I wrote Australian Rose on my version of it, but that might be wrong. So here's, it's mostly in a sample vial. There's just a little bit left in here. I'm gonna roll this up quite a lot to fit it in this zip vial, but honestly, I want to know what it does with Noodler's ink. I don't even want to stick to the paper. Come on, Noodlers, you're letting me down here. I guess we're gonna call that good enough. Don't actually, oh, you didn't get any inside. All right, take two. Because currently this looks like a crime scene. I do really want to see how the Noodler's ink acts on this paper. I will say, it's a very lightweight paper. It does not like to be wet. And that my fingers are going to be stained for forever because I now have Noodler's Black Swan on them. So that's fun. Where are we going to tuck you? We're going to tuck you there. That's going to be your new home. So let's grab this. What's in this one? is just Black Swan. I'm going to try and keep these in like sort of an order. So what do I need to grab from here? I need to grab what Black Swan was in here. Maybe it's not. Oh, did I decide you were a dark purple? I might have. I might be changing that. You don't look particularly dark purple on this paper. There's Sakura, which means it's our first pile. Oh, but we've actually already passed. Yeah. All right. Where's Phoenix? Right. We have this one of the spark of the other mats that are sort of blues. Dusk and Bloom. Am I blind? Did I not swatch the Noodler's ink? No, I must have. I have a video for it. So where's your card? Oh, it's a semi-waterproof ink. You're in the waterproof section. Okay. I'm not going crazy. It just wasn't where I expected it to be. All right. Finally, we have shimmers. We have two we're grabbing from here. That's the chain for those. What do I need? I need Poison Envy and I need an orange. There's Poison Envy. Gotta say, so far, what's that? There's the orange. All right, that's everything pulled. So, anything dry? That's dry-ish. So, there's Sakura compared to Sakura. I have to say, I like it on the Muji paper. It's a lot more fun. Like, the pink just pops more. I don't love this sort of weird yellow. In this one, there's much more concentrated of like the hot pink and the orange. This, not so much. It is very smooth on a fountain pen though. Where's this? This is Dusk and Bloom. Yeah, they're dry. Again, not you don't get the sort of light to dark, which I really like because it, for me, like this is how it's going to look in a fine. This is how it's going to look in a broad, double broad, stub, flex. Anything where it's putting down more ink is how it's going to look in the darker sections. And same here. Like what I like about these is that once it dries really fast, and so you get that separation, which you did get here, but you didn't get any of sort of the blue stuff that happens in this one and in other sort of plain mattes. Yeah, there's the Max Secure. I have to say, I do like you're missing the hot orange in this one, which isn't, it's just different. Not bad, it's just different. Oh, where's the Private Reserve Metallic? There's the Private Reserve Metallic Orange. This one, on the other hand, is not it. It absorbed all the pearl color, but also like made awkward pools where the pearl color sat. And you lost the orange. Like, it's a hot orange. In this one, you just have pearl, except in this section where the orange bled. I can't explain it. It's just, it did a thing. And apparently it's not dry. So we're going to label this, and it's going to go back to sitting on the thing and drying. I will say these are taking a lot longer than the Col-O-Rings do to dry. All of those are still wet. So where are we at so far? I guess I can hold this up to the camera. This sparkled, but did not sheen one bit. You can really, like, you can, I'm just gonna get ink on my desk. Those look like they're two totally different inks, in my opinion. Like, one is a purple with green sparkle, and one is a bright purple that sheens green that sparkles. They look so different. The only section that sort of has the same color of purple is right there. It's crazy. So from what I'm seeing, like, this paper just doesn't sheen at all. That's insane. I'm not against that shade of purple with that sparkle, but when I think of Poison Envy, I expect something like this. I expect the purple with the crazy green sheen with the green shimmer, not just a purple. Noodler's Black Swan. I would say that's also a massive color difference. I flipped it over, so this is the side that I didn't actually put the ink directly on. This is the side that the ink floated through to, which also does not happen with the Col-O-Ring Dippers. If you don't get ink all the way on both sides, you just have a blank section. One is a blood red, and one is like a dusty, muted pinky red. They look like they're two totally different colors. Is it just me? Like, honestly, is it just me who thinks that I'm, you know, looking at two different colors? Or are they actually, do they actually look like they're two different colors? Like, what? 1 second, where's the Rolodex? What does it look like on the Rolodex? And Noodlers. Yeah, that's it on the Rolodex. I don't get it. Well, if Anna from the Well-Appointed Desk needed a promotion for her Col-O-Ring products, this it's a good one because I tried to use an easier to find solution in Canada, and it clearly is not going to work because the colors are so inaccurate to what they actually look like on paper, or the paper, like, yeah. This is Noodlers. I think this is the English rose version, but it could be the Australian rose version. It's just labeled Black Swan on the bottle. It's a crazy color difference. What's left? Phoenix. So I would say that of all the octopus fluid colors, Phoenix shades and sheens the least. It's hard to catch. You have to have it at the right angle. I've yet to put it in a pen though. It's new, and there've been a whole influx of new pens and new inks, but nothing that really goes with Phoenix, and so Phoenix has not gone in a pen yet. So maybe in August. But oh, okay, this actually sheened. I am utterly confused now. I would say that this sheened on this paper more than it sheened on the Col-O-Ring Dipper. The Col-O-Ring Dipper, the color looks orange. On here it is very hot pink and is very pretty. I am so utterly confused. Okay, whatever. It's just called octopus fluid, isn't it? Nope, there's an S on the end of it. Good for me. All right. Well, 6 colors, 6 very different results. I would say that out of all of them, I like Phoenix and Sakura the best. Not because they actually look like they're swatches on any of the other products I have. I can actually pull up the Rolodexes for both of them. But because they're more fun in a way than their like general colors. There's Sakura's Rolodex. Where's Phoenix's? Oh. Did I just switch? Did I skip? No. It didn't sheen on this paper. So there's Rolodexes. Yes, Col-O-Ring, Muji, and Rolodex. I have to say, Rolodex makes all of the shading colors look way, way lighter. I had it with Neko Niagi, however you say it, which is not blue. It's purple. But in this, it looks so blue with like hits of pink. So I find that the Rolodex brings out what the sort of lighter color is far more. That being said, for Phoenix, I definitely say that Octopus Fluids is probably closer. Sakura just doesn't go with either of them, but I don't know. Like just this sort of like yellow line is so odd compared to like how predominant, like even in this one, like you've got pockets of like pink and orange, whereas in here it's just like sort of all everything's all blended together. So definitely interesting. I don't know that I'll be switching away from the Col-O-Ring system because clearly those swatches are a bit more accurate. That being said, I now have 490 something of these cards. So if you've got any suggestions of what to do with them, let me know down below. They're not bad paper, they're just not right for this. So I'm gonna need to find a use for them in the studio because I think I could genuinely enjoy them. I just don't think this is the right task for them. So hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you found this helpful. I definitely did. Especially because I was trying to figure out if I was going to be bulk ordering Col-O-Ring products or not. And the answer to that question is yes, I will be. So that's always good to know. It's always good to make a decision like that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy Thursday. It's been a very good Thursday. It's been productive. I've now decided that I do need to buy swatch cards because clearly the $5 ones from Muji meant for word cue cards are not going to hold up the way I want them to. So I will be purchasing Col-O-Ring products in bulk because right now they're really hard to get here and I'm going to be in the States in a couple weeks. So I will just buy a bunch of them then. So if you found this helpful, hope you enjoyed watching. And yeah, have a good evening.